If you're interested in seeing how I made this beautiful piece called Agu Nwanyi, the leopard lady, stay tuned. So here I am cutting the skirt from this material, this velvet material called Isiagu or Isiagu, native to Igbo culture and tradition. And here is the top. I made the lining for the skirt. I don't know why I didn't film it, but here is the top. I pinned the pieces together. As you can see, the shape is coming along. So I'm pinning the front side to the front center, and then I'm going ahead to sew it down with my sewing machine. And now I have pieces of interfacing that I'm going to go ahead and steam to the lining pieces. This is to help give it shape and structure. Now I've pinned the lining to my mannequin, and I'm going to go ahead and put the padding for the bust area. I'm only using 2 layers of 0.0 mm thick padding because I do have a smaller chest. I don't need that much support. So I'm going ahead to sew it down. You want to make sure that when you're sewing, you're not keeping the padding flat. You want it to have that curve so that it can shape your bust properly. As you can see, I'm using my left hand to maintain the shape of the bust. That's done, I'm going to go ahead and stitch down the boning on the seams. I'm going to start about 1.5 inches down from the edge and then stitch it down right where the seams are. The bonings are inside the lining. I'm not going to have any bones on the outer part of the corset. This is more so just a bustier, not really a corset. I wasn't going to make any bra cups. Now for the edge, I am folding the lining fabric over the boning and stitching that down to give it a smooth edge. I do have a newer method for how I make my bustiers, which you guys will be seeing in upcoming videos, so stay tuned. But this is more so just to show how I made this specific piece. So here you go, you can see the lining is coming along together. Now it's time to join the front piece to the lining. I'm going to start by pinning from the center just to make sure that everything is equal on both sides. I'll pin those and then stitch it down. And I'm also making sure that I maintain the shape and structure by not pinning flat, maintaining the shape of the bust. So here is how I'm going to stitch down the edges. I'm basically going to copy the stitch onto the front piece. So I'm just really just going to stitch over on the lining side. I'm going to make a stitch so that way the stitch will show on the front piece. So it looks like I made a bone channel when really I didn't. This is really the lazy way of doing it. So yeah. Very neat finishing. Now I have pinned my skirt and top to my mannequin. I'm going to take my white Chinese marker and mark where the skirt meets the lining on the waist so that I know where to sew. And here we go. I'm trying it on just to see how it looks. The closures I haven't put on yet, but so far I'm loving it. So here I did the closures on one side for the eyelets, and here are the holes on the opposite side. This is a soldering iron that I used to make the holes for the eyelets, and here are the grommets and the pliers that I have, also from Amazon. So you just put the main, like the bigger grommet on the outside part, and then the smaller one on the inside, and then you just push your pliers down to secure it. And then yeah, it's pretty easy. And then I'm just checking to make sure it's not lifting up so that it's safe and secure. And here you go, very quick, simple, and easy. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for next time. Bye.